The comic book world can be intimidating. Sometimes you need to be pointed in the right direction. Sometimes you need a comic pro. So, if you've seen the Flash TV show, you may wonder what the deal is with the introduction of the alternate universe referred to as Earth 2. Who is this Jay Garrick, and why are there two Flashes? This is a very important part of the DC universe that can be very confusing. In this series, we will dive into every facet of the history of the DC Multiverse. Trust me, you're gonna have mad geek cred after this. Get ready for a history of the multiverse. DC's Multiverse started innocently enough with the introduction of the publisher's first team-up in 1940's All-Star Comics number 3. Until that moment, it was nearly unheard of to have characters cross over even though they were contemporaries. In an attempt to shine a spotlight on lesser-known superheroes of the Golden Age, DC created the Justice Society of America. The world's first superhero team-up had a lineup of Dr. Fate, Hourman, the Spectre, the Sandman, the Atom, the Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkman, and later Wonder Woman. The interesting thing about the roster is that not all of these characters were actually owned by DC. The Atom, the Flash, Green Lantern, and Hawkman were published by the now defunct All-American Comics. This made the JSA a team of heroes from different publishers, the first intercompany crossover in history. Think of the Avengers mashed up with the Justice League. The idea was so wildly popular that they continued their run until issue 57 in 1951. Skip ahead to Wonder Woman number 59 in 1953, and we're introduced to the first mention of a parallel Earth, where Diana meets her counterpart named Terra Taruna, or Wonder Woman in her native tongue. It's like that Futurama episode. After JSA ended its run, most of the characters involved stayed on the shelf until 1956, when DC decided to reinvent an old property by introducing the new version of The Flash. In Showcase number 4, we see Barry Allen inspired to become the Scarlet Speedster by reading Flash comic books. This means the Golden Age Flash is a fictional character in this universe, and thus the JSA is no longer in the world in which the comics take place. That is, until The Flash number 123 in 1961. This issue is a turning point because in it, Jay Garrick, the Golden Age Flash, crosses over into Barry Allen's universe by vibrating at a very specific frequency, which allows either of them to slip through the barriers between parallel worlds. Crazy, I know. This arc, called The Flash of Two Worlds, would set a precedent for the next 25 years of DC continuity, and also set them up for the biggest quagmire of writing and editing in the history of comics. That's it for this round, fanboys and girls, but there will be more to come. Tune in for part 2 next time. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at GeekPowVideos, and don't forget to support your local comic shops and retailers. I'm Skip Harvey, and this has been Comic Pro.